News now at 8, a new pro-Palestinian protest taking place at UCLA. I'm Mark Brown.
This is a special edition of Eyewitness News at 8 o'clock. Demonstrators have set up an encampment, and police with riot gear are now making arrests. This is Air 7 capturing moments ago just this violent struggle between officers and protesters. These officers surrounded the gathering, boxing them into that hedge area, and they began detaining and cuffing people. At least a dozen that we've seen being detained by officers. LAPD officers on the scene assisting with maintaining that perimeter and keeping those skirmishes to a minimum.
This protest began outside Royce Hall, which should be a familiar spot to those of you who have been following this series of protests at UCLA on the campus there. There'd been an encampment there that had set up for several weeks, and then that was cleared a few weeks ago. Since then, the UC police have been very quick to pounce on any sort of effort to build a new encampment. It appeared one was about to spring up there, and so, but these protesters were moved. They moved from outside of Royce Hall to a center courtyard area of Moore Hall, and they had set up barricades around the area, and that is when UC police officers, along with the highway patrol, moved in to arrest people. There were, as you can see, some difficulty in bringing those people into custody, and some fights, some scuffles broke out involving police and the people who they were trying to arrest. And earlier video here, a security guard being treated for injuries that he suffered during some of this scuffling and efforts to arrest people. That guard appeared to be in good condition, stable condition, but here seemingly telling investigators what happened and how it happened.
And we have been keeping a very close eye on this protest at UCLA.
Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand on the ground in Westwood with more on the altercations tonight. Jory.
Yeah, it is a tense scene here. We are on the south side of Dodd Hall. This is actually the third location that these demonstrators have taken over since we have been here several hours ago. They started outside Royce Hall, then went outside Moore Hall after there was an order to disperse. They then barricaded themselves outside Moore Hall. It looked like they were going to be there for the long haul, but then moved once again, marched back across campus outside Dodd Hall. There's a quad inside here. Now, just right about 8 o'clock, police in tactical gear moved into that area. They had sealed off all the entrances and exits, and it looks like there's a bit of a bottleneck inside there. So the police went in on the far side. We're on the north side from where we are, and moved through that quad. That's where Air 7 HD was seeing those scuffles and moving in. So we are now on the south side, where there is a large group of demonstrators who didn't make it into this quad before police sealed it off. There was a race across campus. The demonstrators started marching. The police had to remove them.